To begin our Sunrise Smart Start, breaking overnight, a crash in the city ends with an arrest.
And to tell you what happened there, RPD says a woman in her 30s was driving drunk when she crashed into another car last night. That was around 11:30 on Atlantic near Culver. One person taken to the hospital. They're expected to survive. That driver is charged with DWI.
Also breaking, a crash shutting down all lanes on 590 going southbound just before the 490 split. That accident between Blossom Road and Browncroft Boulevard. We saw one car heavily damaged and an ambulance leaving the scene with its lights on. Deputies say there are injuries, but they did not say how many victims there are.
Again, 590 southbound, avoid that area, please. Headed out this morning coming down from Empire Boulevard. It's been shut down for 3 hours now. Elsewhere in our Sunrise traffic updates, the view from our west side and our Greater Rock Sky Eye looking okay. That crash at Chilai Ave and Buell Road has since been cleared. And headed up towards Greece, 390 is okay, passing through Henrietta as well. Looking good if you're headed out there towards the airport or going south to Henrietta. Back to our headlines in this wild scene overnight as police in Greece arrested 2 teens following fights outside the mall. Our News 8 crew was there on scene around 7:30 when the entrance to the mall from West Ridge Road was shut down. The parking lot near the Barnes & Noble was also filled with state police and other officers as police were stationed at each door to the mall. Authorities tell us the mall was evacuated due to overcrowding and issues that were inside. 2 16-year-olds arrested for disorderly conduct after the fights outside. And once the scene cleared, we went up to the Chick-fil-A up the street where we saw a trooper talking with a crew member and customers trying to get everyone inside the dining area. After the trooper left, staff told guests the restaurant would only be operating through the drive-thru. We also did see other places with the lights off earlier than the posted closing hours. We also had a chance to speak to some of the shoppers here.
There's a whole bunch of people like huddling around and like getting ready to leave or something. We were asked to leave by the police and saw there was a big commotion outside of Target.
When the police came, the police came up to me and my friend and told us to leave. And basically, I heard that a lot of people are saying there was a big fight going on.
Police said they did have plans in place, a dedicated patrol assigned to the mall due to this part of the holiday season. And because nearly a year ago to the night, the mall put in this new rule, enacted an all-day curfew and escort policy after another disturbance a year ago involving teens forced an early shutdown.
Down the thruway, a similar scene at the Walden Galleria Mall in Buffalo. Cheektowaga police say officers helped usher people out of the mall because crowds inside outgrew themselves. No injuries have been reported at this time. The Galleria was scheduled to close at 7. There was a heavy police presence there last night, which was pre-planned with the mall. Some storefronts with exterior entrances remained open. People should expect a heightened police presence through the holiday season.
As early as this morning, maybe later today, News 8 is expecting to get this footage from body-worn cameras from the Attorney General's office. This will show the moments leading up to the death of an inmate from Greece.
43-year-old Robert Brooks was serving a 12-year sentence for assaulting someone in Monroe County. In this court paperwork obtained by News 8, a state investigator lays out what he says appears to have happened inside Marcy Correctional Facility just outside Utica earlier this month. The basis that they based that off the body cam video he reviewed after Brooks' death. The investigator says the footage shows corrections officers beating Brooks while he was handcuffed. In the infirmary, the investigator says one officer took off Brooks' shoes before striking him with his hand as other prison employees look on. Then with leg irons on, the investigator says Brooks was punched in the chest, grabbed by the collar of his shirt and thrown to the back corner of the room. The Onondaga medical examiner says Brooks died from asphyxia due to compression to the neck. We asked a local defense attorney to weigh in on who's best suited to investigate this case.
Who's best to investigate the state? Is it the state attorney general, or is it some independent organization, or is it the federal authorities? Should the federal authorities be called in to investigate this? Because to even be away from the appearance of impropriety.
Governor Hochul has since called for the firing of 14 prison staffers involved in the assault.
At just about 6:55, more news as we go inside the huddle, and a big storyline for the Bills heading into Sunday's game is protecting their home turf. They have the opportunity to do this, to go undefeated at home this regular season by beating the Jets. There are only two teams in the league right now yet to lose at home, the Bills, of course, being one, and the other, take a guess, Kansas City. So this is a goal the team set at the beginning of the season, and here's what Josh Allen told us about now this chance to keep up the run to go unbeaten at Highmark.
I think that's a precedent that coach sets early on from everybody that gets here of defending our dirt and making sure that, you know, that's one of the best ways to help yourselves get in the playoffs is being a good team at your home field, and that'd mean a lot because that's, again, one of our goals that we set out to do every year.
The #1 seed is off the table. We know that. Kansas City has it after locking that up Wednesday. The Bills can get the 2 seed, secure that by beating the Jets Sunday, or if they happen to lose, they can do it by beating the Pats. Final game of the regular season. Good news on the injury front. Matt Milano a full go yesterday. Same as well with Russell Douglas. 3 safeties, DeMar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, Cam Lewis were all limited in red non-contact jerseys. And that was a similar sight as well for wide receiver Curtis Samuel. We'll be following those storylines all throughout the weekend, getting you ready for the Bills game. We do have a traffic reminder as well. The section of Abbott Road in front of the stadium, that closes going both directions at 8. Lots open at 9. Gates 2 hours later. After the game, Route 20A shuts down to one-way traffic getting away from the stadium. Have fun if you're going, and take the poncho with you. If you're staying home nice and dry on the couch, join us. News 8. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Josh Allen and the Bills kick off at 1. Ponchos for Sunday if you're going to the game. Today, not so bad. Here. Yeah.
And how about this? Have I been able to see twilight at all this week?
We've been begging, like, can we move some of the clouds out of the way? Yeah.
Something. Finally, so nice to see. You don't realize how much you love it until you miss it, right?
It's a sunrise show.
Yes.
We have to have that.
Exactly. So nice to see. We can finally just give you a little bit of a glimpse. Stay with us the next couple hours throughout our cuttings. I'll keep showing you that beautiful sky. You'll love to see it. Temperatures generally in the 20s to start. We'll climb into the 30s and then stay warm. 40s, 50s over the weekend. There's that Sunday rain you see, and then we'll come back down to finish off the year, heading into 2025.
And just like that, weekend, final one of this year. Flew by. Great having you here this week. Coming back Monday?
I'm going to do my best then.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody.